Hey, my Gemini gang, Baja Divine 144 here. What's good? Thank you so much for tuning in. I truly appreciate you stopping by, my Geminis. A little July snippet of what's to come, things you may need to be aware of real quick for my Geminis. Tap that bell, like and subscribe if you haven't already. To anyone returning, much love. Keep the support coming. Geminis. My Gemini gang. Let's see what's going on. What's happening, Gemini? July. Teamwork club. Okay, we got this. Y'all doing things together. Someone's coming back. Your ex could be back. The ex could be back, and they could be on some different shit. This is someone that had you in a third party, though. You know, they could have been lying to you about who they was messing with. You could have found out that they were still sleeping with their ex. The ex sleeping with the ex. You know what I'm saying? It could be something like that. This person wants to come back into your life, or you want to come back into someone else's life. Make things work. If someone wants to try again. Someone wants to fix these issues. Someone wants to see how far you can truly take it, on some real, genuine shit. I feel as though it's like a mature thing. Someone's getting older. They're tired of going around and around in circles with your ass. And you're tired of going around and around in circles with them. You want something solid. I hear, let's do it again. Someone could be back to spin the block. You may be agreeing with that. If this is not your story, this is not your story. But someone has some unfinished business with their ex. Someone may, they appreciate the time apart because they realize now that you are the one. Or you could be realizing that something was stupid. The way you guys split, the way things ended, it could have been worked out. It could have been some petty shit. It may not even have anything to do with cheating, although someone was cheating at one point. You could find out also, in another case scenario that someone was sleeping with someone that you know. You know what I mean? You had to be honest with yourself about it. You could have felt that your partner or your ex, was dealing with someone that you could be quite intuitive. A lot of things that you disregarded while you was with this person. And I feel as though something erupted because of that. You kept a lot of things to yourself. This person never knew what you knew or where you stood in a relationship because you kept a lot of things to yourself and shit. So I feel as though it's not just about what they did to you. You're becoming more aware of what you do in relationships, how you react, your triggers and things and whatnot. But you've been fixing yourself, and I feel as though someone from the past has been fixing themselves. And this was someone that definitely had you in a third party. This is someone who really didn't care about people's feelings, but once you left them, it changed this person. Someone wants to come back and make some shit right. They feel as though you guys can really, you guys can do this. If someone wants to see how far something can go, that's what I keep hearing. We have unfinished business, babe. You know what I'm saying? If someone wants to see if you guys can reconnect. You could also get a proposal. Yeah, reconnection. This is a reconnection. Someone wants to reconnect with you. Someone wants to reconcile with you. They want to put, something out there, and let it go. Period. Someone wants to come see you. Let's talk it out. Someone's a smooth talker too. They know exactly what to say. This person hasn't changed a bit, but as far as joking wise, and they could be very witty, very funny, but they have changed in a different way. And I feel as though as far as their feelings and how they used to keep things to themselves, because this person truly regrets doing what they have done to you or how they treated you and shit. They know that shit ain't right. But this is someone who, it wasn't the best of things between the two of you, but they do want to come back and reconcile. You may be all for it or you may not be. You know your situation, you know your story. Period. But yeah, watch out in July for an ex that's really going to come through. And they got a lot to say. They want to reconcile. They want to apologize to you. They've done some soul searching. They truly regret letting you go. They truly regret how they treated you at some point. This person could have really bad-mouthed you in some sort of way, talk about you, or lied to you in your face. They could have did some shiesty shit. They weren't the best, in the past. So that could have you nah, period. You don't want to go back into anything, but someone is out to prove something. They're trying to prove something to you, period. Whether you want them to or not, they're gonna come around. They're gonna make sure you see them. You know what I'm saying? And just saying, this person's coming. No matter if you want them to or not, you just expect that in July. It's either that you're going to hear from them or you're going to see them. It could be a little bit of both. Let's get some signs. It doesn't have to be. It could be a Sag, a Cancer, or a Aries. Talk to you later.